I pitched AI automation services to 50 different businesses, and man, let me tell you, it was a wild ride. Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're taking a firsthand look into the absolute trenches of the AI boom. I wanted to see what actually happens when you take all this massive hype we see online and try to sell these services to real-world business owners. And spoiler alert, what the internet tells you and what the market actually responds to, yeah, two completely different things. Okay, let's dive into this because this quote completely shifted my perspective early on. When I started reaching out to these 50 businesses, the biggest early hurdle wasn't a harsh no, it was just total, absolute silence. I was getting ghosted left and right. But as Austin Reed points out, that ghosting isn't businesses just being rude or disinterested. Buyers view AI as a massive risk. If the outcome isn't crystal clear, doing nothing just feels way safer to them than taking a gamble on some new, unproven tech.
Section 1, the 50 Business Pitch Challenge. Section 2, Outreach Strategy and AI Tools.
And this brilliantly illustrates how I tried to get my foot in the door. We're seeing an absolute explosion of buzz around starting AI agencies right now, right? So, fueled by that exact hype, I set out to build one. I had my target list of 50 local and mid-sized businesses ready to close deals. But I hit a reality check real quick. I couldn't just wait around for clients. Looking at the numbers, cold calling, it's high pressure, interrupts their day, and honestly only gets you about a 2 to 5% meeting rate. On the flip side, roughly 77 to 80% of buyers actually prefer asynchronous cold emails for that first contact. It's scalable, it's low pressure, so I leaned heavily into that strategy. To actually deliver on these pitches, I obviously needed a solid tech stack. I used ChatGPT for the core language processing, Zapier for connecting different platforms and automating workflows, and Kuga AI to rapidly deploy agents onto client websites. And honestly, here's the irony of the whole shebang. Setting up this tech was literally the easiest part of the entire experiment. The tech works flawlessly, but actually selling it? Yeah, totally different story. Section 3, the reality of client rejection. So despite having this fantastic tech stack locked and loaded, the early responses from those 50 businesses were basically just skepticism, hesitation, and, like we talked about, radio silence. The market response was freezing cold. I really had to stop and ask myself, and I'll pose this to you right now, why are they ghosting? Why would a business owner ignore a pitch that promises to make their life easier? It took a minute to realize they aren't ignoring it out of ignorance. They're ignoring it out of fear. They're trying to protect their business from what just looks like a giant, complicated distraction. When I finally did get a few prospects talking, the exact same 3 objections kept coming up. First, job displacement fears. A lot of them thought AI was meant to fire their staff, not actually help them. Second, the upfront expense. Even if it saves money in the long run, writing that initial check is scary. And third, implementation complexity. Businesses are literally terrified that integrating AI is going to break their current systems. They look at AI and just see a massive project that'll drain time they frankly don't have. So the crucial point is, and this was my massive epiphany during the outreach, businesses do not wake up wanting AI. They just want their problems gone. Selling the concept of AI actually scares buyers away because it just sounds like more work. It sounds like another software to learn, another dashboard to check. They don't want AI. They want to stop missing phone calls. They want to stop doing manual data entry. They just want the headaches to disappear. Section 4, pivoting to what actually worked. Realizing my pitch was fundamentally flawed, I completely changed my strategy mid-experiment. I stopped selling the shiny new technology and started selling the exact, tangible outcomes these owners were desperate for. Look at the difference here. My initial bad pitch was, I will build you a chatbot. To a buyer, that sounds like a toy. But my new good pitch? I will install an AI receptionist that captures missed leads 24/7. Do you see the difference there? I'm not selling software anymore. I'm selling a direct solution to a very specific pain point, losing money when the office is closed. Framing it this way completely flips the buyer's reaction from defensive to curious. I absolutely love this quote I found on the automation subreddit. Don't sell the ingredients, sell the brownie. It's kind of funny, but it perfectly hits the nail on the head. No one wants to buy a bag of flour and a complex list of Zapier workflows. They want the delicious, finished result. Once I started selling save time and extra revenue, the brownie, the conversations completely opened up. Section 5, positive outcomes and won deals.
Now, what's really interesting about this slide is the sheer scale of the impact when a business finally says yes. By shifting to that problem-focused strategy, I finally broke through the wall of rejection. The ghosting stopped, meetings got booked, and I actually started landing deals. And the data shows that when small businesses adopt these automations, the value is undeniable. We're talking an average of over 20 hours saved every single month, tangible cost savings of $500 to $2,000 monthly, and a staggering 250% overall return on investment. Once they experience it, the tech literally pays for itself many times over. And hey, if you think you're too late to this trend, look at this number, 38%. Right now, only 38% of small and medium-sized businesses have actually adopted AI automation. That means the vast majority of the market is completely untapped. It completely proves that the space isn't saturated at all. It's just sitting there, waiting for someone who knows how to approach them with the right problem-solving pitch. Section 6. Final lessons from the trenches.
Let's move to and see how this builds. As we bring this explainer to a close, I want to distill everything I learned from getting rejected, ignored, and eventually hired by these 50 businesses. I've taken all these hard-earned lessons and turned them into a repeatable playbook. Step 1, pick a boring, cash-rich niche. Forget tech startups. Go for service businesses like roofers, clinics, or real estate agents who are totally time-poor. Step 2, build free spec work. Show, don't tell. Build a quick, working demo for them before you ever ask for a dime. And step 3, focus entirely on their pain points. Sell the outcome, not the AI. Keep this figure in mind as you look at the market. The AI as a service industry is growing at a massive 39% annually. The demand is there, for sure, and it's accelerating. The opportunity is absolutely massive for anyone who understands how to bypass all that hype, speak directly to business owners, and sell the real result rather than just the shiny tool. So I'll leave you with this final thought. If you want to succeed in this space, you've got to stop focusing on the buzzwords. Stop trying to sell AI. Instead, look at the businesses around you and ask yourself, what specific, real-world business leak will your automation solve today? Figure that out, and honestly, you won't even have to sell the tech at all. Thanks for joining me on this explainer, and I really hope this helps you go out and build something incredible.